Hi, Gemini. This will be a tarot love reading for the sign of Gemini. This is a timeless reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Any placement is fine, really. We're going to look today at the pros and cons of a relationship. It's sort of like making a list, right? So let's get started. Let's look at the pros of your current relationship. We'll start with the positive and see what's going on for Gemini. What are the pros of this relationship, please? What are the pros? What are the pros of this relationship for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. There we go. Okay, I feel like this relationship really puts you into a place where you really need to think things through. Like it forces change in a sense where you're always taken aback, like you're always surprised, like wow, really, this now or something along those lines. But in a way, this is coming out as a pro, in a good way. So I feel like you have a very, I don't want to say tumultuous relationship with this person, but a very what now kind of relationship with this person. But again, this is coming out as a pro. Why? Because of the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of where we really realize like the messes of something and we start cleaning it up. And as we put the effort in, we really advance up the totem pole, if you will. So I feel like this is like one of those relationships where there's a lot of learning, and that may sound frustrating and all of those things, but this again is coming out as a pro, especially with the Seven of Swords here. Because the Seven of Swords is, I mean, in typical tarot, a lot of times it's the liar, cheater, type of card, but we're looking at pros here. And the Seven of Swords sevens are always about spiritual change in numerology or tarot or what have you. So I do get the sense like this is a pro in the sense that this person just throws you curveballs, but it puts you in this place of contemplation and possibly meditation where you realize, wow, okay, well, there's something else to clean up. Let me tackle this. So it's actually showing you how to keep moving forward in a way and get away from patterns that really were not serving you both in that way. And this is both of you. This isn't just you, this is the pros. So let's take a look at what the cons are of this relationship. All right, the more like the negatives or what have you. Not that there's really truly any positive and negatives in the deeper sense, but for semantics. Okay, so what are the cons in between these two? What are the cons? What are the cons? I feel trust is also something that you both are very, very much learning. Trust and self-improvement, I feel, are like your biggest pros here. Okay, the cons are that this really never seems to come together. It never reaches that perfect emotional fulfillment and harmony. It doesn't mean it won't reach at, which we're going to look at, but like that's the con at this time. It's like just being emotionally stable and emotionally happy and just enjoying each other, I feel. From a place of more fun and innocence in this relationship. I feel like that is what is lacking. Yeah, in Knight of Wands. Okay, so here's what I see is there's a lot of passion in this relationship. A lot of passion. And what's really not coming together, I feel, is, again, the sense of togetherness, of just being emotionally fulfilled with each other. letting the pieces fall where they may, and that's okay, because you guys are walking the path together in harmony, in love. This is showing up as like the con, so like that's not happening. I feel it could. I'm feeling pretty positive about this pile, but we'll see, the rest of the cards that come out. I also feel too that one of you is very innocent and childlike in the way that you express love or the way that you view love. And it's that's a beautiful thing, but it's also a bit of a little possibly too idealistic in a way. So possibly holding somebody up on a pedestal, or holding love in general up on this pedestal, which it should be. Love should be held on a pedestal, don't get me wrong, but it in a, again, just this more childlike idealistic way. And then I feel like one of you is more, I feel like this is more possibly the male energy, a little more ego based. Not saying like, oh, it's a narcissist. I'm not saying that at all, but just a little bit more, a little too ego based as far as like their pride and their like they may have this false sense of that they're like a real go-getter, like they're really, their passions, that they're all about their passions and things like that. So I feel like it's an odd mixture here that's not really coming together. There's a lot of passion though between you guys with this Ace of Wands here. So I do see that. So let's see what's going on a little bit more here. All right. Okay, so what can really like improve this situation moving forward? The Ace of Swords is the first card out. So, Ace of Swords is all about communication. It is about empowerment, self-empowerment, individual empowerment, and truth. Truth at its core, and communicating such truths. That's what's going to rise above the mountains. The mountains are issues, troubles, challenges, things like that. So I feel being crystal clear about really super being honest about where you stand. They need to do the same though. So I mean, this is like how you both need to, advance and what have you. Life is not like this magical painting that is, it's about making that painting what you want it to be. And we do that via, again, our empowerment, our truth, and getting past the dramas. I do feel there's, I'm not getting that you guys are totally drama ridden, or, like the whole relationship is this big dramatic, telenovela, or, however you say that. I'm not getting that, but it's like, there's just like a lot of clashing and not being on the same page, because I feel like you both have a lot of passion. That's the thing. And that is a beautiful thing, but then acknowledge that, admire that about each other, and really, embrace that passion, I feel, because there's a lot of worries here and a lot of stubbornness going on. A lot of stubbornness, I feel. Someone feels like they're just caught in this like never-ending game, and then someone feels fearful that they are too stubborn to actually move forward. So they actually are aware that the clock is ticking, and that it is their stubbornness, I feel, that is getting in the way. They're actually aware of that, and they don't like that about themselves, I feel. And this person just feels like life is just some sort of mishmash game that everything just gets thrown on them. Okay. So, I mean, you got a couple, different energies here. So, I mean, my guess is, especially with these being the pros, that like you guys have the potential. You have the potential to have this like path together and walk this path together and have like a lot of emotional fulfillment, I do believe. But there's I gotta say too, and please, not in an offensive way, because I really like childlike energy. I think that that actually does help a relationship. So when I say this, it's not in an offensive way whatsoever, but there is kind of a vibe, and please again hear me out before I'm not saying that you two are immature people, because you're obviously not, because the pros are that you are wise enough to work on things and, want to grow and want to spiritually conquer and things like that. That is wisdom, and that comes from like a deep age. Okay. But there's something also that is like immature about the relationship. So about the approach of the relationship. So I feel like this is what is missing, is this more like grown up. And again, I'm not saying that you guys are like kids and you're acting like kids. That please, I hope that this is coming across correctly, like the way I'm trying to express this. But it's like, it's almost this young idealistic look at things that probably stems from some sort of like, I almost get like kind of teenager type vibe here, where it's like, no, this is this is where it's time to get real, it's time to get truthful, it's time to cross those hard hurdles, because you will rise in victory. So I almost feel like neither one of you are really, like, you both want this like really deep relationship, but neither one of you are doing the right things to get there, in a sense. Okay. That's that. I mean, you are doing those things actually, but there's this underlying energy that keeps you from fully reaching this potential, is what I'm getting. Let me look at some of these cards. Hold on. Okay, so we have, I am afraid to contact you, fell out. Okay. And this is for the one that is possibly a little more prideful and things like that. I feel they do have a lot of passion for you. Okay, and you have lean on your inner circle during this time. So this person may be surrounded by friends at this time. They may be thinking about you a lot, but afraid to contact you, that sort of thing. Time alone in nature will help them recharge. So this person may be into hiking a lot, or surfing. I don't know, something along those lines. Maybe they play golf. I don't know. But it's like they may spend a lot of time in nature to recharge, and they may have a lot of friends or people that they lean on. Instead, again, of coming to you, they may feel like a little bit of fear of rejection here. That could definitely be that energy. So let's take a look at this Page of Cups personality. Okay. So this one, all right, we both know I am not the one for you. Okay, interesting. And I bury myself in work to forget you. Okay. And you also have, this person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. So that is very clear here. All right. That is the pro of this situation. So if this is you, Gemini, I feel like deep down, like, like this is not like the one. Okay. But there is like such a strong physical attraction here, a lot of passion, the ideal that it could be this. I feel like that's what keeps you guys going, is that it could be this. So let's see if it really, what the cards say as far as that, like if it really could be that. All right. So what do we have for Gemini and this person? What is the highest outcome between these two? What's the highest outcome between these two? Like the highest possibilities. What is the highest possibility between these two? Romantically. Okay, so yeah, you guys are very much a back and forth is what I'm getting here. Because there's a lot of like constantly again like thinking about things, thinking about how to get past this disappointment. I feel there's a very strong connection between you two. Like I'm really surprised like devil card kind of energy isn't here, not because it's like toxic, but because it's just so strong is what I'm getting. Yeah, and look, there's that Ace of Swords that needs to be picked up. You know, that's what you guys needed was that Ace of Swords. That clear communication. So this person, like, they struggle to pick up that Ace of Swords, to struggle with the truth, because it's like either they don't want to disappoint you or you don't want to disappoint them, whichever energy this is. Maybe a little bit of both of you are feeling that way. There's just this sense of that. And then there's this like chasing type of energy, but then it goes back to no, being dragged into something. So I feel like it's very on off. Like one minute you're chasing this person, but then the next minute you're feeling like, oh no, I'm being pulled back into this situation. So I think it's very back and forth for you. And there could absolutely be something tied in here with more like with your childhood, you know, like there's something, possibly this person reminds you of one of your parents or something along those lines. I'm getting that too. And a sense of waiting, like just constantly waiting for like that ship to come in, waiting for this to happen. So I feel like it's very back and forth. Let me take a look at the romance angel cards. So as far as the highest potential, I mean, I feel like there's something here, but it's like, it just doesn't feel like it's coming to like the 10 of Cups type of energy. I feel like you guys really need to talk and really get to the bottom of things and really unearth a lot of things that have been hidden, that really haven't been expressed. And in a very, not in a argumentative kind of way or anything like that, in a just very sincere, like, you know, I mean, these two people, they're walking along the beach, you know, we got the moon there, which moon are the secrets, and like the secrets are coming out, you know, they're talking, and, you know, communication. There's a lot of temptation with this relationship too, like temptation of solid offers. But it's like there needs to be a lot deeper talks, I feel, within this situation. Let me get the romance angel cards and let's see. All right, what do we have for the romance angel cards? So I'm a fan of feeling there's like high potential in everything. I feel with this one though that there is like, this is a relationship again that's like in your life for a reason. You know, there's something about this that is bringing out a lot of things with you and basically steering you to this like self-improvement and change within yourself. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Now, when the religious factors comes out, this usually, I mean, it can be actually different religions, sure, but it's usually that you guys just have different ideas, you know, different ways of viewing the world, you know, possibly too big a difference. And yeah, past life relationship, I am definitely not surprised to see that. And then the false masks, you know, card here. Now, in this card, it says someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship, but yet both people have masks on. So I don't think it's someone, I think it's both. You know, there's like this like false. Yeah, I do. I feel like there's this like falsity to things. Like the depths of this relationship have not been tapped. There we go. That's what I was trying to like explain. Remember when I was talking about this and I was like trying not to be offensive and things, and I still I knew I didn't quite nail that, because it's like it was like the immaturity of the relationship I was trying to express, but I didn't want it to come across as like you guys being immature. This is what it is. The full depths of this relationship have not been they have not been expressed. There's like this false mask over this entire relationship. I feel no matter how deep it's gone, how heavy it's gone, it really, the real deep exploration has not come to surface here. I feel like a lot of like things are like, thrown in front of you that like, wow, okay, like big things and stuff like that, and little things to that, okay, well then I'll clean that up and we'll do this, or okay, well then I'll try to change this pattern, things like that. But the real depths of emotion have not been explored in this relationship. You guys are definitely past life people. That's super clear. And I really feel that you have a lot of differences though. So what is the best line of like this relation, like line of like, where should this relationship go? Where should this relationship go for Gemini? Where should this relationship go? Where should this relationship go for Gemini? Yeah, somebody needs to find themselves. I feel like this is like needing to let go of again, there's the devil. I really, and again, not because it's a toxic situation, it's because it's a chained situation. You guys are very chained to each other, I feel. So I get the sense, like, I always look at this Hermit card as, and you could be dealing with Virgo, possibly Taurus. I forgot to mention all the signs, but those ones just came out just now. So, but it's like, notice now we have Alice like waving goodbye to the Hermit. The Hermit needs to go find themselves. They need to go have their time in the cave and really do the deep dive. So I feel it's like hard to do this. It always reminds me of like Harry and the Hendersons, that movie where they have to let the little monster thing go, and it's so difficult, because there's so much love there, but that you have to send, Harry off into the forest to go make his way or what have you. So it's like, I really kind of feel like this is one of those situations where it's sort of like needing to, let this person go in order to, they need to find their deep Hermit wisdom time now, and they may return. That is possible. Okay, however, I feel like this is definitely a karmic tie for you, and it would behoove you immensely to try to figure out more along the lines of this deeper connection between you two. Like really talk like you've never talked before, in a way is really, I think, what's going on here. So yeah, I feel sorry, losing my voice here. I talked so much today. Yeah, I feel like this is, the Hierophant is like a spiritual kind of like teacher or what have you. So I feel like you both need to go find those paths. This person needs to go deep within, into solidarity, into, their cave, if you will. And I feel like you need to lean more towards getting more guidance. Like, I feel like you've done this part already, and now you need to like reach a little higher, for like a higher spirituality type of situation. But yes, I mean, anything's possible. I do feel like you guys, possibly could move forward, but there's really some deep things here that need to be like remembered. Possibly like past life regression might be of something, if your person would be interested in that, something along those lines to kind of get to the deeper issues. And no, I don't do those services, so I'm not trying to sell myself, but something along those lines I feel could be useful. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed this reading. This is a timeless reading, and be sure to check out many of my other timeless readings. You can check out many of my dailies that I do on different topics, or the Self-Empowerment Sunday topics are all timeless as well. Thank you guys, and see you soon.